Hey Taurus, TT here with another channel message. If you are new, welcome to our little love nest over here on Talk Taurus Tarot. If you're returning, welcome back. The message that I have for you, Taurus, is for those of you that are holding your own, okay? The message that I was getting, or the download that I was getting from Spirit, is that you may be reaching a point of burnout, all right? Some of y'all may be reaching a point meeching, so someone may be meeching or mooching off of you, or you're reaching a point of burnout. All right, you may be tired, you may be bored of the mundane aspects of life. So for those of you that are, the coffee ain't working no more, it's barely keeping you up at night. For those of you that are, working overtime, you work by day, you're 9 to 5, and you're coming home and you're doing that second job, third job. Your third job could be clocking in for your family, trying to provide stability. For all of my Taurians that are just trying to remember, just to drink your water. If you're out there, I just want to take care of myself. I'm trying to remember to include myself while I'm taking care of the entire world. I'm trying to remember to go for walks in the park or just take a chill pill. To the person that's listening to me with your headphones on, okay, tuning the rest of the world out, I'm gonna need you to turn me up, all right, so you can feel me from all the way where you at. These are for my Taurians seeking a fresh new perspective, discovering your methods of channeling spirit in your own unique way. I see you too. Even though we've been dealing with a lot of mundane things, or you've been dealing with a lot of pressure, all right, spirit wants you to know that you are still in a powerful state of manifestation. Your thoughts are still, your emotions are still directly manifesting your reality. And the moment you realize that, some of you already have realized that, but the moment that you realize that, you'll understand exactly what Spirit is trying to tell you. So for those of you that are resonating with that, there's some type of financial opportunity coming towards you. It may be a business deal or a collaboration with someone. It feels more like a new job or a new business venture. You may be investing into a savings plan, trying to get some type of security around your stability. Whatever it is that you're manifesting, if you think it and you put a lot of emotion into it, it's gonna show up immediately. Where is the message here? Hold on. When I be channeling spirit, I really have chicken scratch, and I gotta work on that, cause I be I come back to my own writing and I'm like, TC, what were you talking about? What were you talking about? I see you over there trying to read real clear. Don't hurt your eyes, it's dark. But give me a minute, cause I'm trying to figure out what this word is right here. Dang. Oh, finish. Okay, so the finished product is still coming towards you, all right? It's still the finished product of whatever it is that you're manifesting. It is still coming, and you can believe that. Many of you are being called. Okay, you're being called to take the high road in a situation. So whether this is in regards to a person, or work, whatever this is, everything that you do, you're being held to an anointed path. You're being held to high standards. You're being held in high regards. So Spirit is telling you that remember to take the high roads in these situations, no matter how emotionally taxing it is, no matter how emotionally frustrating it is. You may even feel like it's unfair. You may feel like that person is getting away with it. You may start to think you need to stand up for yourself, or fall for anything. This may be very triggering to you. Someone's about to be triggered by another person, or just multiple people back to back to back, and you're being tested, and it's important that you take the high road and stand your ground. Right? You wouldn't be spiritually called to do this if you weren't built for it. So I'm here to tell you to mind your business. A strong emphasis. Spirit told me to tell you, Taurus, to mind your business. Don't give your 2 cents as well into a situation. Hold on a second. Camila Leilani. Separate. Go y'all separate ways. Come here. Yes, I'm talking to you. You busy. You're really busy. You're busy. You're busy. Go get a piece of paper. Let me give you some busy work. Go get a piece of paper and a piece of pencil or a pen and come to the table. Because idle hand is the devil's playground, and we're not going to have that today. Don't worry. Get that pen and that paper. Come sit down at this table so you can write. You need to write. You need to write.
Was a little heart gem on it there. I was like, I know from doing a little Steven show, he had a little gem on his stomach and he had powers.
Mm-hmm.
That.
I know. But when somebody tells you no, that's a full sentence. So the fact that he's telling you no repetitively and you're still insisting that you're not doing anything to harm him, but he's saying no, then you're overriding his willpower.
To trust me that he let me do it once. And then he said, everybody, that's what you call me.
But you had to convince him. You had to persuade him. Just because you persuaded him and yes, he eventually gave in, his initial answer was what? No. So we have to start allowing ourselves to hear what we're being told the first time and not hearing what we want to hear. Just so we can get what we want to get done or do what we want to do to another person. That's you overstepping your boundaries. He has a right to tell you no. Even if you want to practice on him. Because I'm going to hold you accountable just like him. Because yes, he should not have allowed you to persuade him. So he wouldn't have no regrets. But you shouldn't have tried to push.
How could it be a regret?
Well, okay. Because clearly he started crying.
He was not crying.
Whining, crying, whatever you want to cry.
Laughing.
No, he wants to watch his movie, but he's trying to appease you. Am I lying?
No, you're lying.
I'm lying?
You're lying to yourself.
I'm lying to myself.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with
God dog it. You know what? Take the high road, Taurus, okay? It doesn't matter where it's coming from. Take the high road. See things from a bird's eye perspective. I'm telling you, because something's going to happen and it might make you snap. Okay, for other of you, it may be your kids. For others of you, it may be you just knowing that there's something, there's busy work happening around you and you're trying to get certain things accomplished, but handle the situation. When you're put on the spot and you're put to the test, be willing to go into the situation, dissect it, break down the components of what it is and acknowledge it or give it its direct intention. You have to break down whatever's being thrown at you, brought towards you, or the scenario that's you're about to be faced with. You need to break it down to the intentions. What are the underlying intentions and how are those intentions implied or played out in this reality? Because there's something that's about to occur and it's going to affect your money. It's going to affect your manifestation. Now I'm gonna get some permission. Hold on a second. Mimi. Can I give the example that happened earlier? Huh? With the candy. With the hybrid. Yeah. Okay, so my daughter said yes, so I could do it. So what I was gonna tell you. Boom. Earlier today, we were doing spring cleaning, right? So we were spring cleaning the I went into my children's room. You know, children are going to be children. They like to, sneak around and do what they're going to do. We've all been children before. So in that particular situation, I was what I would call, I was over it. I was over, you know, finding things over the floor. Break all the rules that they had been breaking was clearly showing in their bedroom. And mainly with my oldest daughter, her particular space unlocked a whole nother level. Okay. A whole nother level of, I swept everything under my bed. You would never know. Right? So we're in the middle of having a conversation. She's 11. And there are things that, I have taught her, and there are things that she has learned from other people, and there's things that she's still developing. She's still in that phase of picking what she will and will not commit to memory, down to going to school, good God, and what she will and will not accept as far as how she's supposed to learn the material that they give her. In her mind, there's more than one way to do it, and I should not have to do it your way in order for you to feel like I got the answer right. Valid points. But in that system, in that game, they don't care about your feelings. They don't care about if you know how to do it 10 different ways. They want you to do it in the way in which they considered standards or accredited for that school. Long story short, I was in the middle. I got really emotional. When I say I got passionate, and that passion was channeling through emotion, because I was like, I don't want this for you. I don't. It's time. And mind you, she was listening to me, but it was really going in one ear and out the other. Was it not? Some of it was. Okay. So truth be told, some of it was and some of it wasn't. However, I started explaining to her that when you eat in your bedroom and you take certain things and you don't throw it away, or you leave the wrapper, because Halloween came and I took them trick-or-treating, and it's been a I invited the shit in, okay? I invited all the little the creepy crawly friends that come along with the territory into my home, because what do kids do? They gonna take that sugar, they gonna be rushed, they don't care about throwing it away, they want the next piece and the next piece. So they've been stealing, taking, trying to, like, if I say one a piece to know a piece, no hesitation, no demonstration. Subject, give me your name, tell me what you want, and we can negotiate. No. My children wait till I'm down. They wait till I'm asleep. They tiptoe across. They send the youngest to do their deeds. They do. They get what they want by any means necessary. Okay? So here I am, standing up for what I believe in and fighting my corner and trying to protect them and be their defense, and at the same time teach them how they need to do the same thing. Otherwise, this was the exact example I said. I said, you're going to be laying in that damn bed, and then a roach finna crawl on top of your bed, and come out your nose. Climb up in your nose. And so everybody's staring at me. In the middle of me talking with great emotion, the biggest roach I have ever seen in my life appeared, crawled on top of my daughter's bed. Mind you, nobody was in the bed. I had took the sheets off. I'm washing sheets. I got the bleach. I'm like, oh, is this finna be sanctified? This is not going down like this. This roach came up from the darkness and was crawling across like, this is her bed. I screamed. I was like, my son started crying. Everybody was like, I was like, it's a roach. It's real. It's really here. And then it was crawling. And then it had nerves to be cleaning itself. When they be over there, like, using their little hands and, like, cleaning off their back legs. The thing was kicking off its dirt with its hind legs. And, like, ooh, this is comfortable. Where I just came from, it was dirty. And here, it's a lot nicer. This person was over there like, let me take my shoes off. Let me fucking get comfortable. And I'm looking at this thing. I had to zoom in on this bug, okay? I had to zoom in on this damn cockroach. So I took my shoe and I was like, yeah! I gave it a nice pop. This shit started hopping like a grasshopper. So then my daughter's like, Mommy, that's not a roach. That's a grasshopper. I said, Camila, that is a roach. It's a. And so she was like, well, it's a hybrid. It's a cross between a cricket, a grasshopper, and a roach. I said, no, that's a fucking roach. I don't know what type of roaches they have out here. I ain't never seen. That ain't no water bug. That is a locust looking. It look like a locust bug. I, I said, you got the devil. You got the devil coming out. But listen to me. In the middle of me expressing with great emotion what was about to happen, it legit happened. The shit crawled from the cracks and it crossed, and it was the whole sheet. Here's the crazy part about it is the whole bed was white. And all you see is this one speck of a roach. Just one roach. It was one nice little fat one. Eating good, and it was like cleaning off the back of its legs like, oh yeah, I've been waiting to get up in here. Oh hell no. Oh hell no. I don't do roaches. If anybody know me, if you have watched Talk Tequila on my main channel, I have spoke about roaches. Okay, as the animal totem, I have spoke about these things. We done talked about them, but I want you to understand that, okay, it's going to be so important for you to mind your business, because there is a roach, a hybrid, which means this person is a crossbreed between something that's contaminated, okay, and can carry contagion from other people, and it can hop on you like a grasshopper, because this shit was hopping and walking, and I was like, I don't know if it's crip walking, about to do a backflip. So then I had to pull all the mattress, right, because it wasn't even running across. You know how most roaches, they run across real fast. This bitch was walking slow, like it wanted me to see. It wanted me to see that I could see that it could see me, and it was a whole nother experience in that moment. So then I had to pull the mattress out, and then I had to pull the box spring. So now I had to get in there. So this is remind you, stay with me now. This is a whole message in itself. I had to pull the mattress out. I had to pull the box spring. So now everything got to get bleached. Everything got to get sanitary. I had to declutter whatever was underneath that bed, right? Because your bed is your sanctuary. Your bed is where you rest your head. Your bed is where you have peace. So with that one, and mind you, it wasn't even no nest. It was one singular nasty ass roach hybrid. That's what my daughter called it, and it ain't no coincidence that she said we all got close up on it, because we couldn't tell if it had wings. I don't know. It was a jet. It was a transformer that had been transformed and shape shift into some shit that was literally trucking along. And then when I hit it with the shoe, the shit bounced back and shook it off. I was like, oh, he Harlem shaking. This bitch knew how to Harlem shake. It was like, it just, it knew all the dance moves. That shit was like, ooh. How many I wonder how many pounds was that shoe. This is the type of bug that will literally count the pages of a magazine if you try to swat it. This is not normal, Taurus. And the reason why I'm saying that is because I lost it for a minute, and I was like, Camila, if we don't find this bug tonight, it will come back. We have to finish the job now. We have to get this bug. So mind you, it had done, after I popped it the first time, it had done walked away and was like, oh, you almost got me. But I'm slicker than that, right? I'm smoother than that. So I had to pull the mattress out, pull the bed out. We had to declutter. And then Camille was like, Mom, there it is. And I was like, where? So now I had to kill it. Okay? I literally had to kill this roach. Let me tell you how hard it was to kill this roach. I hit it with my shoe, it ain't do nothing. It's like I would hit it and it was like looking at me. Like we just was having I can't even. It was like it was playing with me. Okay? It was playing with me. So I put my shoe back on my foot. And I didn't give a damn. I stumped that thing just as hard as I could. I had to make sure the guts came out of that thing. And I know I'm getting a little graphic, but somebody needs to know this, because for starters, whether it was something that was gonna happen, or whether it was something that my emotions was making me aware of and it was manifesting into it immediately, Spirit's message to me is very direct. Your emotions are about to manifest immediately. So whatever you're waddling over, whatever you're not happy or content with, whatever emotion you're experiencing about these mundane experiences, or feeling lonely, or it's not the person that you want, you're getting attention from people that it's not who you really want the attention from, you really want a specific person, and you're blocking out everything else, your emotion is creating. Okay? I am here to tell you to mind your business. What does that mean? Mind what your thoughts, mind your actions, mind what it is that you do to cope. Okay? Move from coping and transition into a constant state of creation and manifestation in the present moment. By being in the present moment, aware of these emotions will make sure that you are on the abundance end of manifestation. So it says, keep your eyes on the target, Taurus. All right, cry, scream, release what you need to, but get up and create. So I don't care. Spirit told me to tell you, I don't care if you gotta cry, scream, kick, may not be doing something you want to do. You gotta get your hands dirty. You gotta go in there and attack something and kill it from, get in there. Just do it. You may not want to have to go in there and do it. You may have done it already a million times again. You may find yourself re-cleaning. You know what I noticed? Repetition. Some of you, when you were younger, you may have struggled with like not wanting to memorize your math equations, or not wanting to memorize multiplication, or something about not wanting to memorize things of repetition being a struggle. Like, why do I have to memorize this stuff? Why can't I just know it? So you may deal with things like short attention span, or things that, where, when you got to focus for long periods of time and commit to like put it into memory, or commit to doing something, and it's not serving you, or you don't feel the relevance of it, or it's not something that you want, you can self-sabotage. Okay? You can block out, become defensive, get on guard, trying to protect yourself so much. And it's something about the beliefs that are like that cockroach. It will get in there and it'll come about the darkness, and it's going to be like a hybrid. It's going to take form. And then next thing you know, that physical form is going to take that spiritual form is going to take a physical form and manifest into a whole person. And now you're dealing with a whole living cockroach. You ever dated a cockroach before? Have you ever seen Men in Black? You don't want to date a cockroach. You don't want to date a hybrid from another planet. Where is my starseed cards? You do not want to date a mystic Martian. Don't laugh at me, y'all. I'm passionate about what I'm saying right now. Okay? Spirit is working with me at the moment. So Spirit is telling you to get up and keep creating. Okay? And if one of those things don't come out the way you want, rethink that thing, recreate that thing, and then do that thing. Okay? All right? I don't care if you got to close your eyes, hit the record button, and create using that emotion. Just do it. Okay? I'm seeing someone that may dance. Okay? All right? For those of you that are like dancers, you know how it is. When I was younger and I was trying out for the dance squad back in my day, I remember when I wanted to be an actress. I remember when I remember when I was in Walter Mitty. I remember growing up having plays and really like I used to ace it too. I remember all those things. I remember, I really wanted to be on the dance team for as a majorette. I really wanted to be um on the squad. So I went through all that trials of, training and conditioning just to get picked and then not have the money. Okay, my mom didn't have the money to afford my dance situation. But I went through those 2 weeks of rigorous tryouts and training and camp, and I really wanted to do it. And I would never forget, like, outside of school, and when I came home, I used to go in my auntie's garage and I would turn off all the lights and I would play the music in my ears because everybody was sleeping. I would blast it in my headphones and I would just dance and move, and it made me feel good in that garage, because I wanted it so bad, and I had to talk to myself. I had to really remember what I wanted to begin with. What do you want to begin with? That's what Spirit wants you to remember. Like, what were your initial dreams? What were your initial goals? And that's the where the prosperity is at. Oh, we got divine feminine, birthing fertility. I'm telling you, this is why Spirit is saying your thoughts in your subconscious and your divine feminine energy is directly giving birth to whatever you think, feel, and experience. You are creating, directly creating as the creator. All right? And once you become aware that you are the creator, you will stop needing a director. You will stop needing a director to tell you how you should navigate these things. And you will stop needing a director to tell you what you can and can't do. You will stop needing someone to direct your steps. This is what wants to come from you, male or female. The gender does not matter. This is about your subconscious and your conscious. This is about your divine feminine energy that's always in the state of creation. You're always pregnant. And when you're not pregnant, you're not living. So you want to know what you're pregnant with at all times in your subconscious. All right? Let me see if I'm not missing anything else from this message. Okay. So, FYI, the devil is trying to distract you from what you intuitively know is promised to you. So before you get irritated with that person, the circumstances, or anything of that matter, remember who you are. Remember God's promise to you. Remember that God, the goddess within you, the God, the creator has told you yes, yes, yes. And if that was the answer, no man, okay, no director can tell you otherwise. So it's time to get back in touch with your emotions so you can manifest this Ace of Pentacles. So you can manifest this financial new beginning. You can manifest these opportunities. You can manifest that new job, that new home. Those investments can start picking up. Listen. Okay. The Grays. Timid, misunderstood, shy. Yeah. It doesn't belong to you. Something that was given to you. Philosophy, discrimination, empathy. Yeah. Some of you are shy and you're like, I don't want to be put out there and judged and ridiculed by society. I don't want to be, misunderstood. I want to make sure I'm politically correct. Don't you think I care about what if every last single person understand the messages that I am divinely guided to give? It took a long time for me to discover this voice. I'd be damned if I let anyone stuff me out. And you need to have that same attitude when it comes to your God-giving gifts. They done already did that already. I done had everything snatched from me. Okay, I don't had my channels stop growing. I done had all those things, and I had to go through all of that just so I could be prepared to sit here, and I get to decide who I'm going to share these gems with. I'm not sharing these gems with every last single zodiac sign. I'm not sharing these gems with every last single person. Nor do I have to. All right? Society tells you, oh, you have to give access to this type of information to everyone. That you have to. No. I honor this information. I honor this connection. And I'm not going to allow anyone to dishonor that connection that I have by dishonoring me. So if I decide that I want to speak to the collective that resonate with this, or if I decide I want to speak to those Taurians that understand what I'm saying, that can feel me on a soul level, then that's enough. That's enough for me. If I decide I want to talk to only moms because I resonate with the mother archetype, if I want to talk to only moms, I could create that. If I want to dance and sing, I could do that. So the same applies to you. No one has the right to tell you what it should look like, right? How you should move. This is your vessel. This is your ship. This is your reality. This is your story. Live it to the fullest. And that's Spirit's message to you. You are holding your own. And for those of you that are experiencing burnout, or you are reaching that, I'm tired, I'm bored of the current circumstances, I'm ready to just, Spirit is saying you don't got to do it by yourself. Let me help you. Your ancestors saying, let me help you. You don't have to take on the world by yourself. We can be in alignment with each other. We can soar together. We can stay in unison with one another. But you can't hear me when you allow these mundane things or these tests to knock you off your feet. When you allow the disappointments of love to delay or how do I say it? Or weaken the connection that you have spiritually with your source energy. These experiences are just experiences. And if you look at things from a higher perspective, you will see that even the most mundane experience, even the most uncomfortable experience, there is a silver lining. There is a gift. There is something to create from it. I say it all the time. One thing I love about Taurian energy will always be pregnant. Taurian energy will always be giving birth to something, because you are Venusian energy. You are love. So your emotions have to be in alignment with how you feel energetically in order for you to manifest. This is why when the environment isn't conducive for you, you feel like you're dissipating. You feel like you don't want to be there no more, because the environment is not. You can't. If you're not being watered, you can't grow. If you're not getting sunlight, you can't shine. So you have to really see just how much you are earth energy. It was never intended for manifestation to be difficult for you. It was never intended. When you incarnated, you chose this placement because you understood that you weren't doomed to live a life of poverty, of lack. But through these experiences, you're meant to realize that. And those experiences will allow you to empathize, right? Empathy. Your philosophy, your perspective will allow you to alleviate other people of their burdens and their illnesses, because you carry the empathy through your spoken word, through your body expression, through your hugs, through your touch. All of you have so many different gifts. It's not even limited to just a messenger. Okay? For any more messages for Taurus, fun. It's time to have some fun, baby. Yes, it's time to connect with the right people. Look at that. Wasn't I talking about coffee? Time for you to get out there and have some fun. Instead of drinking your coffee inside, go for a walk with your coffee. Go go look at some flowers. Go out into nature. I know this is not really your season right now, Taurus. Taurus, you love when the birds and the bees come out. So you could be, which is only a sign that you was freaky all winter long, but I ain't gonna tell you about that. Anyway, what they're saying to you is that it's time for you to get out there and connect with people that also love what you're doing. There's so many people that need your blog. There's so many people that is a part of your hive, your tribe, and they're going through the same emotions as you are. And y'all need to talk to each other. Y'all need to reach out and create these forums. Okay? Y'all need to create these forms of love. It will help your perspective for sure. It really will. It will help your perspective. Believe it or not. Any other messages for my Tauruses? So we have time for you to decide. Make a decision based on your heart's true desires. What do you love to do? How would you like to be of service to your community? All right, to your collective. Calling in your soulmate. Your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help bring you together. Express your love. One more card for my Tauruses. Oh yeah, you definitely calling all Octonauts. Are you ready? Yeah. You and someone else, it's coming. And you say this all the time. Spirit say, it's a coming. Your courage, your strength, your inner strength, your bravery, your confidence, your compassion, all these things are coming into alignment. If you've been experiencing overwhelming emotions of self-doubt, okay, I was talking to my daughter earlier about persuasion. If you've been feeling like, you may be under the influence of someone else's persuasion, or the influence, you may be feeling the magnetic pull of someone else. You may long for your soulmate. One of the things about was that Call of Duty, I think when someone gets like tapped out in Call of Duty, I think like if you don't want to, like, let's say you get shot or something in Call of Duty, the video game, you guys, we're talking about a video game. The last time I played it, I think you can have like your teammate come in and like administer the cure or antidote and share their energy with you, so you can stay in the game without having to start all the way over. So you pretty much can revive your team players. So I feel like y'all need a refill. Some of y'all need a refill. You need some sexual healing. You need some medicine. You need someone to love you so you can be revived. Okay, calling in your soul. Like, I'm ready to be revived. I'm ready to be, I'm ready to receive my manifestations. Okay, I get it. And if I can't have this person and it's a no and it's not going to work, some of y'all listen to predictions so much to the point just to like, so you can believe, right? And then you want dates and times of when it's going to happen because it's that uncomfortable. It's uncomfortable dealing with, like, I believe a little bit. It would be nice, but I don't want to get my hopes up. So I'm not really going to try to, I'm going to claim it, but I believe it, but I don't really believe it. Like, I believe it, but I don't really believe it. I'm telling you. And it's your emotions. It's that great emotion. When a child wants something, they don't care if you yell at them and tell them to leave me alone. I said not right now. Think about how many of us were yelled at by our parents. 10 minutes later, can I have it now? They are resilient. They do not give up. They don't care if you yell at them. They forget about things that don't matter. They don't hold on to things that don't matter. They focus on how can I get what that thing it is I want. How can I get closer to what I'm asking for? All that other stuff making all that noise. Yeah, it hurt. Some parents, they'll hit you. When I was a kid, my mom pop you one time. I'll be quiet, but I come back later. I try to persuade her another way. So this is what's happening right now. It's like getting back into your emotions would allow you to tap back into that childlike nature of your desires. Okay. In this card, it looks like a younger person. And when you realize that you want to hold that frequency, I'm getting congested. You want to hold that frequency of what it is that you're investing. And then you want to investigate the matter, excuse me, by allowing that energy to confirm and you becoming open to receiving the confirmations from your visualizations. Y'all both giving and receiving long before you even meet each other, long before you even touch, y'all even become 3D connected, or before you actually this person actually manifests into physical form. Y'all are already practicing giving and receiving. I'm giving you my prayers, my affirmations. I'm receiving your confirmations, and we're doing it back and forth, back and forth. Yeah. It's difficult. All right. So some of y'all are saying it's hard. It's hard to be alone. It's hard to, like, you miss that companionship. You miss the love. Clarify the Three of Swords. Some of you, it's hard to hear about the delays. That's what's breaking your heart. Some of you, you can't tolerate it. It's too hard. It won't fit. It's too tough. Hearing about this person talking to other people on their journey or dealing with other stuff, it has a tendency to make you get fed up. Like, okay, you know what? I'm over it. This person hasn't waken up yet. This person hasn't realized yet that I'm the one that's calling them in. So you get triggered by your own person, by the delays. And when you get triggered with that Three of Swords, you're actually manifesting the delay. You're making it longer than it has to be. You're hurting yourself. Spirit is saying you are hurting yourself by by focusing on what you don't want. Right? First thing I said was, I don't want roaches. I said it. I don't want roaches to come up out the bed. And less than a second later, the roach came about the bed. And it scared the shit out of me. But when I sat down here and I did this reading, it was just confirmation that I spoke with great emotion what I don't want. And it's only showing me my children, which are relationships. Your children, you're in a relationship with your children. It's a soulmate relationship. Y'all have a contract with each other. That relationship with my child was showing me something that I needed to see. And that is, when something feels like I don't want to have to be bothered with this. I don't want to have to worry about if you're not doing what you're supposed to do. It's my job to worry about it. It's my job to give it that attention. I'm supposed to want to do it, but I don't want to do it because I want to do other things, because I have other things I have to worry about. So everyone should just get their shit together. But the reason why those children do that is to keep you balanced as a manifester, to keep you balanced as a person, as a soul. So you're not overworking and becoming a workaholic and neglecting other areas of your life. All right. What good is a man or a woman to be everything to the world and fail at themselves and the people closest to them? Nothing. you're not fulfilled. Because you can't control the inner demons. You can't control your own thoughts and your own emotions. That it's easier to tell someone else what to do than to look at the person in the mirror and see that the people closest to you are a direct reflection of how you do not care for yourself, how you do not make yourself a priority, how you do not care for the vessel, your Merkaba, your temple, your home, your body, your flesh, but you want someone else to love you. But look around you, and it's okay to say there's some things I don't love about myself. Because when you acknowledge that there are some things that you do not love about yourself, that's the first step to being able to work towards learning how to love, teaching yourself how to love those scars on your body, teaching yourself how to love the changes in your facial features, teaching yourself how to love the fluffiness that might come from life, you know? And maybe when you start loving yourself, by default, it is by design, okay? When you feel good, you eat better, you do better, you sleep better. But if you don't feel good on the inside, you can't expect someone to make better choices on the outside. So, in my particular situation, because I'm only a living testimony, okay? I'm a walking example out here in these streets. That is my child saying, "Mommy, I need you." Okay. "Mommy, I need you." Not to look at me and say I should have it all figured out. Not to look at me and say you're old enough. Not to look at me and say you shouldn't be making these mistakes. But to empathize with me and share your experiences. Well, I've been there before. I know what that feels like. You know, it is easier sometimes not to have to get up. Through those conversations, through sharing your childhood with that person, it's just a reminder that it's time to love yourself. It's time to care for yourself. It's time to transform your mind, body, and spirit in a way that feels good to you. And I promise you, you'll be able to not only express love, but also receive love. No matter who you are. Everybody needs healing. Everybody needs some medicine. And it's that spiritual medicine, okay? Everybody wants to be happy. And there are a lot of things that Spirit is saying that you're pretending that you're happy, but you're not. You're pretending that everything's okay, and it's not. And it's okay not to be okay. It's okay. That's where the transformation comes in. That's when the fighting stops. That's when the resistance goes away. It will. So let's see. Any other messages for Taurus in closing? Is there any other messages for Taurus? Will, indecisiveness, allowing your life to ramble aimlessly. We're going to get 3 more. This is a big crowd. Seek out information that will help you. And we have happiness, guaranteed success. Happiness is your guaranteed success. If you can't guarantee nothing else, I guarantee you finna be happy. Look, you're gonna successfully overcome this problem, overcome this I heard hoarding, this addiction. You're gonna successfully overcome the issue, whatever this period of frustration that you're experiencing. This too shall pass. Okay, this too shall pass. I promise. you. All right, Taurus, you know I love you. And I'll see you tomorrow. Sending you lots of love, wisdom, and guidance on your journey. Until then, toodles.